How are you, students? Welcome back with new science lessons for grade 7. Speak about metals, non-metals, and metalloids. This coloring in the periodic table refer to element. From the right side, this is non-metals with this color, and left side with a metal, and this part with blue color, this is metalloid. Physical properties of metals. Metals are solid except mercury, because mercury can be found as a liquid in room temperature. Metals are hard except lithium, potassium, and sodium. Metals have a shiny luster or metallic luster. Luster, the way an object surface reflects light. This is a shiny surface. All metals have not all metals have shiny surface, but most metals have shiny surface. This shiny surface, or these parts which make metals surface shiny, it's called luster. When you leave spoon in cup of hot drink, the pit poking out of the drink gets hot. Why? Conduction. Metals are the best conductors of heat. Metals are good conductors for heat and electricity. This is because the electrons in metals move more freely than in non-metals. We will see the properties of non-metal after finish the metal. Allowing the heat energy to travel across the metal. So metals have free electrons. These free electrons can move freely. When we increase the temperature or we heat up the metals, these electrons will move faster according to the kinetic molecular theory we have studied before to describe the different habits of the material. For example, when the spoon touches the hot drink, the heat from the drink excites the electrons in the metal, and the electrons transfer the energy from one electron to another, carrying the heat all the way up the spoon quickly. Base conductors, silver and copper. Metals are good conductors of electricity. Copper, silver and gold are good conductors, electrical conductors, because of it has free electron also. In conductor, an electric current can flow freely since metals have free electrons. They can carry a charge easily. Copper is a good conductor. We use a copper in the wire, which we use it to conduct electricity. Metals are malleable or malleability. Metals' ability to shape or form it as a hammering or pressure can be beaten into thin sheet. Like aluminum is malleable, we can change or forming the metals as a thin sheet, which we use it in the cooking or in the kitchen. Metals are ductile. Ductility or ductiles can be drawn into a wire. We can transform metals to the wire by also stretching or hammering. Example of non-metal. Non-metals may be solid, liquid or gas, and we see this is part is non-metals. Solids, carbon, sulfur and phosphorus. Liquid, bromine, and gases, oxygen, hydrogen and nitrogen. All of this is non-metal. Non-metal will be no conductors or poor conductors for heat and electricity. Physical properties of non-metals. Non-metals have a dull luster. They are not shiny. They are not shiny. Example, phosphorus is not shiny, or sulfur also. Non-metals are insulators. They don't conduct electricity or heat well. The atoms in non-metals don't have lost electrons. Therefore, when electricity or something hot touches the non-metals, the energy doesn't move quickly through the material. it doesn't have a free electrons because the outer shell of the atoms above half complete. It means it take electrons to be more stable, not lost electrons to be more stable. What would you rather, stir hot food with a wooden spoon or metal spoon? So when we want to stir the food or hot something, we will use a metal spoon or a wooden spoon. We will use a wooden spoon because if we use a metal spoon, it will be warmer and I can't touch it by naked hand, but by wooden spoon it won't contact heat, so I can touch it. Physical properties of non-metals. Non-metals are soft except for diamond and brittle. Diamond not soft. Diamond is the hardest stone in the world. Example, sulfur is very brittle, not hard, it's soft. An interesting element, carbon. Ever break the point of your pencil? That is because it's made of graphite. A substance is made up completely of carbon, brittle, non-metal. However, diamond is the hardest materials of all and are made of the same element, carbon. Look at how the carbon's atoms are arranged in diamonds. Why do you think diamonds are harder than graphite? Carbon, graphite and diamond, they made up of the same atoms, it's carbon, but we have a different shape for the crystal of graphite and the crystal of the diamond. This difference makes graphite is very soft or dull and make the diamond shiny and very hard. Just change the shape of the crystal, but they made of the same. Metalloids, elements classified as metalloids, have physical properties of both metals and non-metals. Some are shiny, some are dull. They are somewhat malleable and ductile and can contact heat and electricity at a lesser level than metals. It means metalloid can take some properties of metal and take some properties of non-metals, like boron, silicon, and arsenic. They can, in a different condition, can be metals, and another different conditions can be non-metal. Some metalloids are useful semiconductors. Semiconductors, it means it contact electricity at a certain condition, which are used in electronics, radio, computer, and telephone. They are useful because they contact just the right amount of electricity or heat. Where do we find metals? Some metals like gold, silver, and platinum are found as pure substances in the Earth's crust because they are least reactive. Most metals are reactive and are found as oxides, react with oxygen carbonates, react with carbon sulfate, react with sulfur. Minerals are elements or compounds which occur naturally inside the Earth's crust. We studied before that rocks is composed of more than two minerals with each other. Okay, ore is a mineral from which metals can be extracted profitably. Thank you. Goodbye with new lesson for grade 7.